Welcome back, everyone. I'm JTXRP, and I cover new projects on the XRP ledger. Today, I've got Amir here with Faktury. Faktury is a new project on the XRP ledger, of course, that is going to be tying the NFTs to both an apparel item in real life as well as a 3D object in a metaverse that reflects that apparel item. So the NFT will have both a in real life value as well as a metaverse value. And it's a really interesting project. Wanted to bring it to you guys. But make sure to like and subscribe and support the channel. It's definitely always appreciated. There are links in the description, both for Faktury and for ways to support the channel. Right now, it's mostly links to sign up for an exchange. So if you're going to buy a new token, please remember to use my links. We will both be supported in some monetary way through that. But it's a great way to support the channel. Of course, as I said before, like and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get started. How you doing today, Amir?
I'm doing amazing, James. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was really excited to hear about I'm gonna say this wrong, I'm sure again. Faktury?
Factory. But
Faktury.
you
Okay.
got it. You can really say it however you want to say
Okay.
it, man. It's
Okay.
factory.
I'm just trying to, it's all good. I'm sure it's gonna be one of those things that's argued about for a time until it's like so common. But it's like fact and then right? Factory. All
Absolutely. It's
right,
almost
cool.
as if the U is silent.
Gotcha. Cool. And so tell me a little bit about yourself and then we'll get into the project here in itself. But how did you get involved or what made you what's your background, education? How do we get to Faktury? And then let's talk about Faktury.
Absolutely. So ever since a child, I've pretty much just been into innovating and inventing different things. And so um, pretty much since the second grade, we had these little fair contests in which they would have like special people come to the school and they would ask the students for specific grade levels to write about different innovations that they feel would pop. And I mean, uh, pretty much ever since that grade level, that kind of had me in the engaged with thinking outside of the box. And so leading up into, I guess, my freshman year of high school, that's when I started taking engineering very seriously.
Gotcha.
And so with engineering, I was definitely interested in technology, the power behind technology, as well as, the flow of money.
Mm-hmm.
It interested me very, very much so. And so after about my junior year to senior year, that's when I started to really know exactly where I was trying to go as far as what I could see me doing as a profession. And really, it involved me having my own company, creating my own engineering lab in which I could create my own products or my own things or inventions that could help the public. And so I put a lot of time into that, and I sent several proposals to schools regarding different grant opportunities for my innovations. And you know all along growing up where I was, being in Arlington, Texas, and not really a rural part, I
Mm-hmm.
was I was pretty much around my people, Black people.
Okay.
And so growing up with them and having that kind of background, like having them as friends, it it really does like make you stay within rhythm. Like you want to wear the best clothes, you want to dress to impress. Like it just comes with a lot, especially at my school. And so you know dealing with clothes, I didn't really have the best. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And so
Hey, I
I
never could afford Jenkos or anything back in the day either. I'm not sure if you're old enough to know what those are, but
nah, I really don't know what those are,
it was a
but
brand. It
I'm
was a brand of jeans that used to be really baggy back in the day. Could yeah. Anyways,
okay. Well, yeah, man. So like my parents' resources, I didn't have the best clothing, but I tried to make everything that I had piece together and work to where it looked like it was the best.
mm-hmm.
And so that kind of gives you a perspective as to where the clothing and everything kind of comes into play. Like I always wanted to make sure that I dressed to impress, and that just carried along the way all the way up until now.
Gotcha.
And so pretty much dealing with technology, I knew that was going to be, like I said, that was going to be my pathway to making it. And so I received a admission letter to go to Texas A&M University, and I'm currently there. This is my senior year actually.
Gotcha.
Before I get out, and so I mean, pretty much all the way through here, all the way up until freshman year of college till now, pretty much just been geared towards making these innovations come to life. And so, like I was talking about with the different grant proposals that I was sending to the schools, I actually made more grant proposals going to A&M University.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, unfortunately, the proposals didn't pass, but it still enabled the school to look at it from a different perspective, in which they had mentioned to me that they did. And so,
And these grants were to create your own technologies, or
right. So
like,
to get into the grants, they were pretty much green grants. And so these green grants are grants revolving around ways to make the school or the ecosystem around the school, whether that be the neighborhoods or the communities around the school, to be better, to be more seamless.
okay.
Like ways to help the infrastructure.
Gotcha.
Because I mean, even to this day, it's still country. Like College Station is country.
Yep.
Whether people want to, say it or not.
Hey, I'm from Dallas. I get it.
Exactly, man. And so that was what those grant proposals were for, and just ways to build around what they already have to help make it better. And so
So how did that, so your engineering, your fashion mindset led you into Faktury. So tell us a little bit about Faktury itself, or Faktury, sorry.
yeah, so going into all right, so pretty much Faktury is a phygital streetwear brand that specializes with NFTs, meaning that for all the NFTs that you receive, or with every NFT that you receive, there is a physical product backing it, which is a patented design that we have, or a provisionally patented design that we have,
Okay.
which we are looking to put into the works within the late Q1 to early Q2 era, and so of this year.
So what does that mean by
specific.
we'll have, like, are you saying you will have minted NFTs and have the physical objects by Q2? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Okay.
what I'm saying is we're going to have drop zero occur between late Q1 and early Q2.
Okay. And that drop is
Drop
like what it,
zero,
yeah, no,
the
that's drop
diamond
zero.
collection.
So that's going to be NFTs tied to physical objects, right?
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
That's what I was making sure I was understanding.
Okay, yeah, exactly. We're on the same page. So yeah, they're going to be NFTs tied to physical objects, and so just to be more descriptive upon that, let's put it into a real life scenario. So someone comes to the site and they see that we have 5 products. We have pants, sneakers, hoodie, another type of jacket, and a special accessory, right?
Okay.
They choose the jeans, all right? So they choose the jeans, they press buy now, they go through that whole checkout process, in which you'll be able to pay with Faktury, XRP, as well as any debit or major credit card, and Apple Pay, of course, that will be accompanied with it. And so you have those methods of payment, and then upon completion of payment, you'll receive an email And in this email, it will pretty much just give you the details regarding that your order has been processed. And then we will have the ability to go ahead and mint, like, synonymously with your purchase, that NFT that you just purchased.
Okay, so I buy the pants, and I would figure you'd have to, for the minting part, you'd have to use a cryptocurrency, right? I mean,
So what you need to do, you need to have a Zim account,
yeah,
which we'll ask you that during the checkout process, because
okay,
in order for it to get minted through the XRP ledger, you have to have an XRP address to mint
yeah,
it to, which, you know, that's the only way that this will work, which we'll make sure to, make that be known. But during the checkout process, that is when they'll ask you for that information. And so with that Zim address, we pretty much have it within our system to mint it to that address.
okay,
And so it'll pop up within their collection under a profile within the website. And this will pretty much just, hold all of your collection. And to view them, we're going to be teaming up with an NFT marketplace so that others can view it as well as you can view your NFTs.
what are you able to say which marketplace you're partnering with yet, or are things still being solidified?
I would like to say which one we're partnering with, but they have not even announced that they were having the NFT marketplace yet.
Okay,
So I'm going to keep that under wraps.
all right, no problem. And are you just planning on partnering with this one person for this marketplace, or is there going to be multiple?
There will likely be multiple, but we're going to go ahead and go with this one to begin with.
Okay, now,
In other words, we are not going to be using Sologenic to mint.
okay,
Because
good to know.
it's what people don't understand with this is it's so much different beyond it just being an NFT. You know, essentially what we're going to have happen is they purchase this physical item back, or the NFT backed by the physical item, and we're going to have 3 different tiers. These tiers go from Grail to Legendary to All Star,
And the
and
All Star is the
so
bottom one?
it's the bottom tier. And
Okay,
I'm gonna go into what these tiers mean.
okay,
So with the Grail, Legendary, and All Star, Grail, that means that it never left the factory, meaning that they purchased the physical item backed by the NFT. The NFT backed by the physical item is interchangeable, and they selected to not have their physical item, be
ship to
sent to
them.
them. Yeah,
Okay,
shipped to them. And so with it not being shipped to them, it stays within the factory. So that's a Grail. That's a Grail package. Now, the Legendary, that's when it's been shipped to the other person and they would like to pretty much sell it or transfer the ownership to another person for a price.
okay.
And so
So like a
that is
reseller.
right, exactly.
Okay,
And then the all-star tier, that is for, more than 2 transfers. And so that has to deal with our rarity factor, with these NFTs. And so pretty much people want to go for the Grail status when they're trying to purchase these items. But I mean, there's only going to be 1,630 in total, 326 of each product every launch. So no matter what, they all retain their value, or at least a greater value than what they were purchased with at any tier level, I would presume. And so I would just like for you to like kind of envision StockX, but for phygital items.
okay.
In
So,
which like there's going to have to be a process in which we mint the NFT to them, and they're going to be able to auction off or sell that NFT. And let's say that we send it to them. Let's say they decide to have it sent to them, they wear it, and then they decide that, or someone says that they would like to buy it, or someone would like to offer up on that. Well, they then send it to us back to our depot or department, and we pretty much check it, verify it, and then we send it to the other person. Basically, they have to hold their listing until we verify it, and then they can make the payment.
Huh. Interesting. So there's a huge quality control aspect in this.
Right, there really is.
That sounds really expensive to
It,
maintain.
I mean, it won't be too expensive to maintain. I would definitely think that it would take some money, but nothing too expensive, because essentially what we're asking for is just, what we need is cooperation with the NFT marketplace and cooperation with the seller and buyer.
Yeah.
That is simply all that we need.
Well, you're
And
definitely.
so with the NFT marketplace, as long as we can adjust to where we know in our system that an NFT is going to be like transferred, we will have the ability to put a cease on a listing of an NFT until it has reached our department and can be allowed for that transfer of payment.
Okay. I mean, I'll guess it's one of those things I might have to see more whenever it actually, gets started. But I know that there's another aspect to your it's not just the NFT and the digital product, or sorry, the NFT and the physical product. It's the NFT is also a digital product, and there's a metaverse aspect to this as well, correct?
Absolutely.
So it's not just you know, the NFT and it's like a trifecta here. There's like a metaverse, the NFT that's in the metaverse, and then there's also the NFT that is the physical object. So you have like a triforce here of value that I think goes to your point that these things will always increase in value because it's not just about the physical product, it's also about the digital one. And if there's a limited number, obviously whatever metaverse you're in, or that even if these can traverse metaverses, obviously increases value as well. um Tell us a little bit about the metaverse aspect of this, because we've heard about the physical a little bit, and we know there may be some challenges with that you're still working through. But tell us about the metaverse part.
Right. So these digital collectibles, which is what I like to call these products, when you purchase them, there's going to be a 3D render of all of them already established. And so what we're looking at doing is being incorporated within the metaverse to where people can wear and use our digital collectibles within that metaverse realm, which adds another source of utility um, to the product. And now, in regard to the metaverse, we are currently in a partnership with 6 other XRPL projects that
6 of
have,
them.
yes,
Wow. Okay, so 6 metaverse projects, or just 6 projects?
it's 6 NFT projects that are looking to be
Oh, okay.
involved within the metaverse. So
Okay.
really, I just want this to be clear. An NFT's dream is to be within this metaverse realm. Like, that is the next source of utility for majority of these NFT projects. Um, just to throw that out there. And
I'm not as
so,
familiar with NFTs personally. I'm usually in about the tokens and the coins. And so I really am trying to learn more about NFTs. And so I understand an NFT, and I've owned Gala and a couple other different tokens. I understand that like 3D art is going to be tied to an NFT. I get that side of it. I just am trying to understand how the projects you're partnering with, and if they are other projects that are just wanting to be inside a metaverse, or if they are going to be like, how's that going to add value to Factory? Like I'm trying to understand the correlation.
Okay. So let me help you out a bit. So with these non-fungible tokens and being involved in the metaverse, it's way beyond 3D renders. These 3D renders allow for augmented reality capability.
Mm-hmm.
You can enable that with another set of coding development. And so you've got the augmented reality down. Now you can be involved with you know how Snapchat, they have the filters. You
Yep.
put your face on there, you got the dog. That's
Yeah.
augmented reality.
Yeah. So Vivi is
Now,
also augmented reality, right? You heard of
so
Vivi?
who?
Vivi?
I haven't heard of VV.
Oh, okay. It's another augmented reality app, kind of like Pokemon Go, but you can see the objects you buy in augmented reality. But
Okay.
anyways, go ahead. I get what you're talking about. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, right. Okay. So now just go a step further, and then we got real virtual reality, means putting on your Oculus Quest, staying in there, and like you got your avatar. All right.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Second
So
Life, right?
right, just like Second Life, and he's coming back with a vengeance
Mm-hmm.
after Meta and all these others. But just like Second Life, and so now I want you to think about this. It's 5 years down the line. Digital fashion has reached its peak because majority of people are stuck in Oculus or some sort of virtual reality device than they are outside. Okay. This is just a hypothetical speaking, but just
We're all
envision
speculators
with me.
here, not financial advice. We got you.
Right. And so when you look at your avatar, you want him to be rocking some nice stuff with utility.
Yep.
So imagine we have our factory gear, the factory gear that you purchased. You got the physical item, right? You got the NFT. There's only one out of 326 of these. You're wearing it within this metaverse realm. All right. So other people see that and they recognize factory because of the popularity that it has, grossed.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are going crazy. And then think about it. From the start of time that you put on that factory gear to the time that you decide to take it off, you got paid with factory or factory utility token.
Like in
For
physical
that,
life or like somebody in the metaverse?
your wallet is connected to you in that metaverse.
Okay.
You receive either factory token or a utility token of factory as a
So you're
reward.
advertising. Okay. Is it for advertising?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
You're pretty much getting paid to wear the merchandise. And that's just another aspect. That's something that, you just gotta fathom that one. But it's something that will be done. And just to just add this, there's a whole lot of utility just behind the basis of having your merchandise in a metaverse realm. That's a whole utility like right there. And so pretty much the value behind factory is one, scarcity, two, quality. It's superlative quality.
Of the physical
Three,
objects and
yeah,
in
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking. Well, the physical objects are superlative quality as well as the digital, because the NFTs are going to be immaculate. The NFTs are, and I'm sorry, I really didn't point this out. So the NFTs that they receive are going to reflect the physical product that they purchase, right? We went over that.
Yeah.
Now, also in combination with that, the NFTs are going to be in the format of our partnering NFT project. So to put that into perspective, let's say we had an NFT project with Pixel 8 Robo Club.
Okay.
Their NFTs are 8-bit pixels. The NFT reflecting the physical product, if we partner with them, it's going to be within that pixel format and possibly a different background to add more rarity to it and to let you know who the partnering project is. And so it's utility upon utility, essentially.
No, there's lots of value in what you're talking about. I mean, I'm very interested to see, the step by step of you executing it. How
Absolutely.
let's talk a little bit about the roadmap here. You mentioned that the first drop will be in Q1 this year, right? Q2
Yeah.
sometime between now and then.
We're shooting for Q1.
Okay.
Like I'm really trying to get this out here in February, like next month.
Okay.
But it's
Well,
just it's a conundrum of things that
well,
we're
I mean,
dealing with.
I was gonna say there's the
The XLS 20D, that's what we need, the mainnet for that.
oh,
We
okay.
need
I was wondering about manufacturers, the metaverse it's gonna be in. So let's
no,
let's
all
let's
of that
level
is
set.
taken care of. I mean, like I can't talk on the metaverse outside of the hints I just gave you.
Okay.
But because all of this, it has to be solidified with the developers that we're partnering with for this. And so I can't speak on,
You can't speak on who you're partnering
I
with
can't
for the metaverse side of things.
I can't speak on who we're partnering with, and I
Okay.
can't speak on exactly what our plans are with this metaverse room.
Okay. Well,
All I
let's
can tell you though is that these physical collectibles will have a utility within the metaverse, and they will be allowed to be worn on avatars.
okay. And the first drop is going to be full utility of what we just talked about of wearable, NFT, and inside the metaverse, whatever that is. And we'll probably get an announcement of what metaverse that is sometime before Q1 or at the drop.
The metaverse perspective, that is farther down the line.
Okay, so the metaverse, the what's the drop zero? Is what you
Drop
called it?
zero. Yes,
Is not
sir.
going to include the metaverse utility, or is going to be the metaverse utility is going to be delayed for that drop. Is
It's
that
going
my
to be
understanding?
delayed. It's going to be delayed for that drop, but we will have things that people can use in the meantime, such
Okay.
as trying to involve augmented reality perspectives.
Okay. No, I'm trying to get because I don't want people to come in
Yeah,
with the wrong expectation, I guess is my concern.
right. Yeah, I
So
don't want them to do that either. I just want them to understand exactly where we're going with this and what we already have started building on.
gotcha.
Not something that we're going to be building on. It's something that is already started. Like we already set the floor ground for how we're going to implement all of this.
Okay.
Um, and
Is there
so,
so
oh, go on.
I wanted to ask, like, is for this drop, do you already have the physical objects being created? Have you partnered with does Factory have its own factory? Or how does that work? Or I mean, I
Right.
don't know if you can reveal, it's fine too.
No, I can definitely reveal. So we already have work with manufacturers regarding both the shoes and the apparel items.
Okay.
Um, and both of them are both in European or Europe
Mm-hmm.
or based in Europe. And so we're pretty much just going back and forth with them, making sure everything is looking very nice. And making sure that everyone likes exactly what we're going to be putting out.
Got you. Well, I know you have high
Uh,
standards for clothing, so hopefully if they meet yours, they'll meet everyone else's, right? So
that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. But it's not just my eyes that are seeing it. I'm definitely going through a few other people's bifocals.
okay, cool
Um,
stuff.
just just to make sure that everything that I present to the community is up to par with our standards. Um, and so the manufacturers are good. Um, the NFT creators regarding 3D renderings, that's good. The What else can we add?
Well, we're still waiting, like you said, the 20 standard for the NFTs to come out, but that's what the ledger's, development side of things. So
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing that we can do about
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Like, there's nothing we can do about that. But what I can say is our main developer is already becoming familiar with the DevNet that they just posted or issued. And so if we get it right on the DevNet, we can go ahead and complete this ahead of mainnet, because it basically has the same functionality, just possibly less coding.
Gotcha. Good stuff. So tell me a little bit about the token and is spelled the same, and the ticker is the same. It's Faktury. Okay. So how is the if people can use XRP and all these other things to buy, your NFTs, what's the point of Faktury? How does that enter into the tokenomics of your NFT ecosystem here? Um, can you help me understand?
Absolutely. So Factory, it really just helps the whole ecosystem work together.
Okay.
Because, like I was trying to tell you, I'm an engineer at heart, right?
Okay.
And so, really, like, I'm telling you of all these ambitious goals because we're really striving for them. And so, if Factory, the company, is going to be this big, we need a payment method within our ecosystem, specifically for certain promotions that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and certain access that we're going to be giving token holders. Like, it comes with a lot, you know, just withholding the token. And so, with it primarily being a payment method, because it's a token, we might as well add it to the shop. So that was a no-brainer right then, just to add it. And plus it adds liquidity
Gotcha. And
to
so,
our token.
so will the NFTs themselves need to be minted purely with Faktury?
Yes.
Okay. Because
So
that's what I'm
pretty
trying to
much,
understand how that
I
ties.
want I want people to understand this. So when they pay for this item, they're pretty much just giving us the money for that product in that NFT. We mint it.
Okay.
We mint it. And then we give it to that consumer or that person.
Yeah. Okay.
And so they're not necessarily minting it themselves, because, like I said, we have to be in conjunction with an NFT marketplace.
Gotcha.
And
Well,
so
these
we
sounds
kind of
like,
have to settle that.
well, between the cost of creating a 3D piece of art, all the programming and different stuff, as well as the physical items. I mean, this can sound like they're a very expensive pair of shoes or other
Yeah,
apparel items. I mean, like, uh,
yeah, it will
what
be. It
are
will be.
what are you? I mean, I'm not a clothing person. I'd probably have to ask my wife, but like, who are you? Like, if you think of yourself as a clothing creator, what brands come to mind that like get to understand the price points a little bit
No,
to maybe the
absolutely.
viewers.
When people think of my creative mind, I want people to think within the minds of Kanye West or Virgil Abloh. Those are like two idols of mine.
Okay.
And
And do they have
so
apparel companies, or like is that who you're competing with essentially, or how does that work?
Virgil Abloh, he owns Off White,
Off
and
white. Okay.
he was the creative director of Louis Vuitton
Oh, okay.
before his recent passing. God rest his soul.
I've heard
And
of them.
so, and then Kanye West, he owns Yeezy,
Okay.
which is like dominating. Um, and so just so you can know what kind of mindset I'm in. I'm in that kind of mindset. I'm in that kind of headspace. And in regard to what kind of products, I would like for y'all to think of a hybrid between Chrome Hearts, Supreme, and Cactus Plant Flea Market.
Okay. You might have to help me get some pictures to put on this video for later for that.
I
Uh
got you.
to kind of give people a vision of where you're going.
Right.
Because I think that, like, again, dude, I wear like American Eagle. I have no idea some of the brands you're talking about.
You're
They're
gonna
out of my
love what
price
I
range,
put
man.
out. You're
Huh?
gonna love what I put out. It might
Okay.
be out of your price range though. It might. They will be expensive just because of, there has been a lot of work put into these items, a lot of thought, a lot of ideas that we've had to, cement and bring to life. And, with that, as well as accompanied by the utility that's going to be behind it, especially with the first drop, like the people that purchase drop zero, they will be forever members. I just want that, like, just know the people that purchase within drop zero will be forever members of the Faktury family.
Okay.
And it will come with special perks.
Speaking of that, I want to share my screen real quick because this is
Yes,
one that
sir.
really interested me. I know you've talked about it a little bit. Let me find it here. It was in your white paper. Um, da, 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 da. After each drop, there will be a set portion of proceeds allocated to all coin holders. And
Absolutely.
so this, you have it called the snowball effect. And so it's not only about the people that are wearing the objects themselves that are getting paid some kind of advertising, which I don't necessarily see in your tokenomics that when I was skimming over this, but the token holders and the after each drop. So tell me a little bit about this and about these other perks that Faktury holders and wearers will have.
Absolutely. So after each drop, we're going to bless our community. So for all of the Faktury coin holders, we're going to allocate, let's say, this is just an example number. We don't know at the moment, but let's say 5 to 8% of the profit that we accrue from drop zero after selling out, we will dedicate that to purchasing the token, as well as dropping it and dropping those tokens to the community.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's going to be like a mini airdrop after each drop.
Yeah,
And is there
like a
a
huge
percentage?
airdrop.
Well, what's the percentage behind that?
Like I said, it's going to be above. It's more than likely going to be at or above 5%
Okay.
of the amount of money that we accrue. And just to tell you more, so each each item or each product, there's only 5 of them, and there's 326 items of each product, making it 1,630. Now,
Okay.
the prices for these products, the lowest is more than likely going to be 1,400. The highest, 2,000, and this is US dollars.
Okay. I was gonna say that's my
And
next question.
so, and so, ultimately, all of this is going to be close to 2.2 to 2.5 million dollars with this drop.
Gotcha.
And so, allocating 5% of that to the token and then giving it away, that's going to help out tremendously. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. I love this. Very interested in the snowball effect, and it's not like Safe Moon or Reflections or all this other stuff I've heard of before. So it sounds like it's really rewarding the token holders. Um, is there any other benefits that maybe I missed or skimmed over besides this? Or
Um, yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm distracted. I'm looking at your screen.
okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
Um,
I was looking for other
um,
stuff that highlighted possibly. I was like trying to figure out where it was.
no, you're fine. So when you think of Faktury, think of it as a payment method, a staking mechanism, a loyalty reward. And when I say loyalty reward, I'm talking about, we're gonna be gifting are purchasers. Like, and for those that purchase with, like, I'm sorry, a lot of this information I have to make like more public announcements towards,
Okay.
because right now it just sounds like I'm coming out the wazoo with it, but it is definitely within the plans to disclose this information.
Okay.
So not only are people that purchase from Drop Zero going to be receiving, extra collaboration awards, or like extra collaboration collectibles, with partnering projects, but we're also going to make it where people that purchased with Faktury token,
Mm-hmm.
when they bought the item, and also whoever purchased the most with the Faktury token, they will receive as well. They will also receive an extra airdrop, meaning like
A part of that
for the
5% goes to them or something.
no. Outside of that 5%,
Oh wow.
they'll
Okay.
receive an airdrop of our tokens, um, which will be likely proportional with what they purchase.
Okay. To be determined though. Gotcha.
To be determined. But yeah, like, we're really trying to give them an all access pass when they purchase the items. And in regards to the Faktury token, it's just really the icing on the cake. It's the payment method, the staking mechanism. It gives you more rewards the longer you hold it. Just in regard to different promotions that we have with other XRPL projects,
Gotcha.
as well as projects outside of the XRP ledger.
Some of the things you're talking about, when will we hear or when do we get updated documentation on some of these aspects you're talking
Exactly.
about? Do you have a
So
roadmap for like an updated white paper or?
so updated white paper will be closer to the first week of February.
Okay.
As far as documentation regarding this, like what we're discussing,
Mm-hmm.
this was supposed to also be released first week of February.
Oh, okay. So I just need to hold off on this releasing this video till the first week of February. Is that what I should do? Okay.
Nah. Go ahead and release it.
Okay.
But
Special,
just
my
know
viewers get special treatment. That's awesome. I appreciate
they
that,
get
Amir.
it. They get special treatment. Let's go ahead and reward the folks.
Okay. Awesome.
Let's reward the viewers.
Sounds good. Cool. Well, before we get to the airdrops, which I'm sure that everyone's always interested in, whether you have, a new one coming up or not, I wanted to get to, gosh, oh, you had, other special announcements. You just got listed on an exchange, right?
Yeah, we just got listed on Swift blockchain, so people can swap Factory with Bitcoin, Ethereum, any other token that they can even think of.
Yeah,
So
mainly we just need XRP, but why would you want others? But you
yeah.
can if it's there, right? So
I mean,
if you want to get out of
I'm
Bitcoin
trying
and
to
into yours,
exactly.
exactly.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Gotcha.
That's the type of way we're going.
Yeah.
We need you to leave out of your Bitcoin deposits and
Your Ethereum,
come into
your
Factory.
gas fees. And that's
Yeah.
another thing. So this is of course built on the XRP ledger, which means that every transaction is like 0.00082 or 0.00082, something like that. So it's not even, anywhere near the hundreds of dollars that, your Ethereum
Right.
tokens are getting you. So why not come over, have all this utility on the XRPL and get some physical items as well as some metaverse ones, right?
Why not do it? That's exactly what I'm saying.
So
I feel like this is the best time.
well, yeah, this is the best time for the metaverse, and I do think the year 2022 is going to be amazing for the XRPL, and I do think that a lot of projects are going to move over. Probably my viewers are probably tired of me saying that, but we'll see. And of course, if I'm wrong, then I'll say it in at least one video. Um, but you mentioned you're going to have a new website. So the one that's currently up, I guess I'm going to put your link tree in the description so anyone can go check this stuff out. But when is the new website going to be out? You mentioned you might have some really cool aspects to it.
Right. So as far as the website that is viewed currently, this is pretty much a placeholder. It has all of the necessary links that people need to know about the project, know how to purchase into the token. But as far as the shop and the auction house, that is not there. And as far as the front end work, I feel like it could definitely use more beauty. And so we're working on website 2.0. We've actually been working on it. And so now we have the front end done, and we're just waiting on a little more back end development to be done. And on that end, what we're looking for is pretty much a very nice landing page, where people can surf through the site, understand about us, see some of our graphics, and just kind of get in tune with exactly what we're trying to send as a message to the viewers.
Gotcha.
Just like we're a fun place, physical streetwear, just a good vibe of a website, in my opinion. And so it should definitely be something that people are allured to. And so on this landing page, we're going to have a native DEX. So this native decentralized exchange is going to be specifically for XRP, where people can connect their Zoom wallets to the website and allow for a direct exchange between their XRP and Faktury token. And that just gives people, like, let's say somebody searched the website and they're like, oh man, this is awesome, I want to get some tokens right now. They can, do it right then. Just connect your wallet. And so it's just ease of access. And then we're going to have a separate page for the shop as well as the auction house. And so this shop is going to be where people can purchase, virtual gift cards, be able to purchase, the items, the NFTs. Yeah.
So is that is the shop you mentioned 3 levels before? I forget what the top tier was, but would they get like the top tier from the shop, or how does that, like, and the other tiers would be in the other, like, how is that going to be broken up?
No, the tiers are basically a rarity factor.
Okay.
So you know how different NFTs, they have a rarity factor. Like a hat is like 35%, the tee for like 20%, like 20% of the collection has it.
Yeah.
Like, and so with these tiers, it's pretty much another rarity factor, just not on that level. It's not like it's this tier because so and so many have it. It's this tier because it's been brought to the shop and sold X amount of times.
Gotcha.
And so pretty much what I was saying with that is, like, let's say somebody purchases an item and at the end they clarify that they do not want it to leave the factory, meaning they don't want to receive it. They want it to stay within mint condition, ready for resale. With that option being added, that's a grail status.
Gotcha.
That specific NFT has a grail status. So people that try and purchase this NFT backed by the physical good, they will know that the physical good is never been touched. It's never left the factory.
So you're looking at this as more of a collectible, not a piece of clothing at that point, right?
Oh, of course. This is a collectible.
I know it's still a shift in my own mindset when I'm talking about some of these things and going back and forth between like the metaverse, and because in the metaverse you don't really need to keep a 3D unless something gets corrupted by some means, which I have no idea how that works on blockchain, but but a shirt gets dirty, so you got to keep the shirt in mint condition, right? You don't have to keep the NFT or the digital 3D copy in mint condition. You don't got to worry about that.
No, you can't do that. I mean, there's no way. I mean, keeping it.
Just saying. It's a different. I'm thinking about it. So yeah.
Yeah. I understand. It's definitely a different, shifting gears for sure for people, especially people that I've talked to about it. They, it's interesting, but they don't know how it's going to be implemented, and so it just takes a brain.
Yep. So this new website that's going to have the shop, the auction house, the DEX on it. When is this supposed to be released? When it could be, if
Absolutely.
because my viewers are probably going to be going to your site and be like, this ain't it, right? So when's the new one out?
The new one should be released next month. We're looking at
So it's
really,
February, right?
yeah,
Okay.
February, but we're really looking at if the back end development is really going to take majority of the time in regards to the shop and auction house, we're going to go ahead and just give the landing page
Yeah.
and then add on these features as they become done.
No, that sounds great.
And
That's probably
so
smart.
yeah, so we can go ahead and let the community see a much better touch on what Faktury is.
Gotcha.
Um,
Excellent. Well, so we'll have that. We'll have the updated white paper with some of the things you've released to us without meaning to, I guess, to answer my questions, which I'm greatly appreciative of. I'm sure the people on the back end, who would be angry at you on your team? We haven't gotten to the team yet. Who else is with you? How large are you guys? Because you're talking about developers and like how big are you? Sound like you're like hundreds.
it would seem that way.
Yep.
So we have Namus and we have Nafima. Now, Nafima is another university student, but he's been in electrical engineering for the past 4 years, and
Okay.
he's very acclimated in that area. And Namus, he is our head back end developer. He is the one that is actually working on the shop and auction house currently, and getting familiar with the XRP ledger. Um, as far as the visionary, I am the visionary. I'm pretty much the one that puts ideas together to where they work,
Hmm.
and I give it to the developers to implement it on the back end.
Gotcha.
And in regard to the 3D NFTs, the visuals, that is all done with other freelance workers,
Okay.
that I believe have the highest technical perspective in creating my vision
Gotcha.
to the T.
All right. So you're outsourcing, you've got a for the 3D art, you've got a core team of it sounds like 3 people right now.
Two
Um,
people
2 people? Okay. Are you any plans
outside of
to
me.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was including you in that.
Okay.
The are y'all gonna be hiring at all? Or are you planning on growing or scaling at any point, or is that gonna be like 2023? I know you sounds like some of you guys are still in university and trying to do that in class, man. That sounds hard. So
Yeah, we try to make the most of it. But yes, we are looking to grow. So after drop zero, and we recoup the funding from that, and we see how the audience receives us.
mhm.
Um, we're gonna definitely look into expanding in a great way.
Okay, well maybe we can do
Um,
a retrospective after drop zero and we can come back on the channel and we'll talk more then if you're interested. Maybe we can get the
oh
team
yeah.
too. But wow, all right. So and partnerships, you mentioned there's some partnerships you can't talk about. You mentioned that you have some the manufacturing is going to be done in the UK or Europe somewhere. And anything else that you want that I'm missing or anything else you want to communicate about that real quick?
Yeah. So the manufacturing is paid. Like, I want everybody to know the website, the manufacturing, uh, the development, all of this stuff is paid in full.
Wow, okay.
Um, it's paid in full, and so we're pretty much just waiting on XLS 20D to be implemented. If we don't know how to implement it with the DevNet, which is what we're trying to go for right now to finish ahead of time of the mainnet, given that we don't know when that is going to actually be released in full
Hmm.
scalability mode. And so just want y'all to understand that. And
But
um,
no other
in
partnerships we
regard,
covered at all?
yeah, in regard to the partnerships, so we recently had an auction with Super Eagle Coin, for an NFT. This NFT sold for 2,500 XRP,
Wow. All right.
which is a feat for factories, for sure. And we've been teaming up with different NFT projects for Twitter giveaways, just to give more exposure to our projects, as well as, you know, lend some tokens to some lucky winners. And I want people to also understand that these Twitter giveaways, even though it's just for token giveaways, it goes much deeper than that. I'm pretty much sending a message that we're cool with all these projects.
Okay.
Like, we can depend on all of these projects.
They've got the Faktury seal of approval.
Giveaways with. Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good. I love so one of the things that I like about that is because like I'm talked to Reaper Coin. They were one of my first interviews, and they actually have a way of vetting what coins they're going to reap. And it sounds like in the same way you have a vetting process that, you know, you're going to be vetting these NFT projects with. But if anyone want to get in contact with you, how would they reach out to you about, you know, partnering with, you know, Faktury and, you know, getting them on some clothing or on a drop in the future?
For sure. If you want to contact us, you can email us at faktury.official@gmail.com. That's faktury.official@gmail.com.
Gotcha.
And as well as just DMing us on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we always have somebody on the account at all times. So
yep, y'all been very responsive to me, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Shoot, I was looking forward to your messages, because, you know, this is actually our first time being interviewed for a YouTube podcast. So, you know, being the first one, this is huge for me.
I'm sure many more to come once you're out there, once people hear more about you. So
absolutely. I mean, we have some coming up, but y'all are the first one. So I mean, this is good.
Who else is out there? Well, who's my competition? What's going on?
You don't got any competition.
Okay,
man.
I'm just wondering.
Don't worry.
I'll just be Googling you later. I'll see Amir come up on YouTube at some point and be like, that's him. All right. So let's talk about the airdrops. Everyone's always wanting to know, has your airdrop already taken place? Or tell us a little bit about the token, opportunities to get more of it, or where to buy it. So
right. So we're listed on 3 decentralized exchanges.
Okay.
As well as a centralized exchange, which we have covered, which is Swift Blockchain. So
gotcha.
Decentralized exchanges we're on is Sologenic, XR Dex, and the on XRP Dex.
Gotcha.
So those are the 4 exchanges where you can receive our token, as well as within Zoom they have a built-in Dex.
Yeah.
So, you know, if people don't know about that, they can go directly within Zoom and go ahead and make those exchanges.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a video about that. So
yeah, people need a step-by-step on that. They need a little tutorial.
But man, once you get used to it, it's so amazing how easy it is.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Like, but there is a little hurdle. There's a little hurdle. And you know, people gotta pass that quiz, gotta you know, get those keys in.
That's smart but annoying. Yes, I totally agree.
It's very smart, very sturdy in the system, but annoying for the receivers or the consumers.
Yep. So did we miss the airdrop, or is there one?
So in response to the airdrop already occurred.
Oh man, I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, man. The airdrop already occurred during the first month of inception.
That was in October, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
October to November, mid-November. That's when we went ahead and dropped everything. Like 40, I believe it was like 50%. 50% of the token was a airdrop, and ever since, like, pretty much we've been buying tokens. Like, you can see it on my personal account that I bought, like, you know, 5 to 10 tokens since inception, just to add more liquidity. But we've already done the airdrop. But like I was saying, there's going to be a continuous spree of airdrops.
Yeah, in terms of the
you know,
the snowball effect.
In terms of the drop. And so, just
That's for holders,
I
right?
just want, yeah, that's for holders. That's for all holders.
Gotcha. I'm gonna
And
give you some Factory then.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's coming for you. Even if you don't participate, even if you don't have enough money, even if you're just a holder of the factory token, you will receive a benefit. You know, so it's good. And plus, I'm pretty sure if you look at the sell wall right now, it once we pass, 400, it's pretty much blast off.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
the sell orders are not they're not stacking like that
People aren't
compared to
selling,
where
huh?
they are.
They're holding on to it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, they're
good.
holding on, which I understand. We have a lot in store. Which is why I'm glad it's so early and we're talking right now because in the next couple months we're going to get back and it's going to be so refreshing.
Gotcha.
For
That sounds
sure.
great. Um, well, that's pretty much all I have. Is there any like final announcements or anything else you wanna say to the viewers before we end up here?
Yes, one, I want to say thank you, James, for allowing me to be on this platform, and I want to thank everyone viewing this for even staying this whole entire time, hearing me and hearing me and James converse. I also would like to state this was one announcement that I did not get cleared out. We will be dropping virtual gift cards after we begin revealing products for Drop Zero.
Okay.
So there's going to be a set quantity of 30 virtual gift cards, which is pretty much in access to any product that they choose at a discount.
So it's like a
Pretty
voucher.
much.
It's not a gift card. It's not like of a certain amount. It's a voucher for any product. Is that what I'm hearing right?
Okay, yeah, go ahead and yeah, it's a voucher for any product, and it's pretty much a whitelist. So with whitelists that they do on these other NFT platforms, what they would do is they'll have your address and they'll allow for you to purchase or mint the item at a discounted price from public sale.
Okay.
That is essentially exactly what we're doing here. Just making it to where one, you for sure have an item of your choosing, and two, it's at a lesser price point than any item or any product that we're selling.
Okay. So
So
it's at a reduced cost. It's not free. So it's not like the voucher gets you a free item. It's a
no,
okay. Just making sure I'm clarifying because I
no.
don't want somebody coming
Well,
with the wrong expectation.
I want people to understand. So this voucher, you have to pay for this virtual gift card, this
Oh,
voucher.
okay.
You pay for it at a discounted price.
Gotcha. All right.
And so pretty much it's giving you that 100% guarantee that I'm going to have an item of my choosing for drop zero.
So it's like you're going to the fashion show and you seeing the models walk by and you're like, I want that. And because you're there at the fashion show, you get like the model uh version of it or whatever. Kind of.
Right.
Maybe that's not right.
Sure. So
But
I mean, it sounds okay.
okay.
You got the gist of it,
All right, cool.
but pretty much it's just 100% off. Come drop zero, and you get whatever item that you want because you have this voucher.
Gotcha. I'll be hopefully be saving up for a voucher then. But all right. Well, I'll put all the links below. I'll try to get some of those images for the references for what you're gonna merge, what your apparel and stuff is gonna look like, or to give them an idea. Some of the brands I'm not familiar with. Maybe my viewers are, but I really appreciate your time, Amir. I'm JTXRP. This is Amir. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and go buy yourself some Factory. Not financial advice, by the way, but keep on. Or, yep, we're out. See you next time, guys. Bye.